Hello, everyone. It's Sarah, poet, and I have a message for the men and the women of the world about why women critique men. Why women critique men. And as I begin to talk about this, I can just imagine, all of the women coming up with all of the reasons that we have, right, to critique men. And yet, I am going to say that it all actually boils down to fear. It boils down to our own fear and our not feeling safe as women. Maybe that's by choice. Maybe that's by default. Maybe something's happened and we've just held on to it. Like maybe our systems don't allow us to feel safe, but ultimately, the need to critique men really comes from like a need to cover up and mask a feeling of not feeling safe. Because otherwise, we wouldn't need to critique men, right? Like, even if a man makes a mistake, we wouldn't need to critique him. Like there's a certain energetic in the critique that is a choice. And really it's unnecessary because where a woman decides to invest her energy really, really matters, because whatever we invest our energy in is going to grow and is going to amplify. It's like the nature of the feminine. And so if we put our energy into critiquing, that really just means that we are miserable, and that's what we're amplifying. And we're going to like receive more of those experiences that just affirm like what we're complaining about. So we can use our energy in other ways. When something, maybe something happens, maybe we're dissatisfied with something, maybe like a man has, committed some injustice against us and we're not happy about it. Of course you can tell him, of course you can use your voice. We're never going to silence women. We've come too far for that, right? But what do you invest your energy in? Do you invest your energy in the critique? Or do you invest your energy in amplifying more of what you want to see, more of what you desire to see? So like waiting for those moments of what you do like and amplifying that. And I really am mostly talking about love relationships here, although this could be the workplace as well, right? Because so oftentimes women are in an opposition energy or this analysis energy with men, and that comes from power paradigms and like feeling stuck and feeling like we need to get out. And yet we still always have choice about what we give our energy to, our true life force. Maybe you're at a job and you need to clock in, you need to clock out, you need to interact. But actually a man and systems will absolutely know when you turn off your life force for that project or for that mission. So a woman's life force, a woman's energy is going to amplify whatever she puts herself toward. And so if you just stop putting your life force energy toward that project or man or mission or thing that you have been investing in, it's going to be noticed. It's going to be noticed so much more than if you put critique into that space, because if you put critique into that space, it can feel like nitpicky and you can be ignored. These are energetics that I'm speaking about. Okay. So going back to where I started to conclude here, because I was thinking about how, the critique is ultimately about women feeling unsafe. Because if we felt safe, if we chose to feel safe, if the environment led us to feel safe, any of those conditions, if we felt safe, we would choose love for every situation, for every man, for every masculine, for every situation, we would choose love. And I know this is like, sounds bonkers, right? Sounds like a little bit of whitewashing, but I have lived this. And I have been in this masculine feminine space for a lot of years now, and talked a lot of talk, and got humbled in a couple of ways, because I can analyze all day long. I have written about it. I have analyzed men and masculine. I know all about men and masculine. But if I'm analyzing instead of loving, it is a defense mechanism. True story. It is a defense. And, I think it is a really brave and beautiful question that women can begin to ask ourselves when we say, okay, I don't like what's going on in this situation. Maybe something in me feels tense. What am I going to choose for me? Do I want to be the kind of woman who chooses endless critique of men and masculine, endless, opposition? Or am I going to look for the spaces in me that desire connection, desire to feel safe, and allow those spaces to speak authentically? And this is a really brave and vulnerable space, so much more brave than all of the call outs and the analytics and the critiques. It really, really is. And I think it's a leading edge for us as women. I feel it. I feel that leading edge for myself. So I hope that this is inspired. If it has, or if you have a comment, maybe even a critique, go ahead and pop it in the comments. And we'll connect, and we will continue to navigate these realms of feminine, masculine, men, women, the energetics, the genders, and really how we heal the relational dynamics as we want to move out of power paradigms and toward more connectivity. I'm Sarah Poet. You can find me and my work at sarahpoet.com. I look forward to hearing from you.